Makeup by Mario did it. He came out with his first ever foundation. I got 2 shades because I wasn't sure on the shade. We're gonna try it out today and see how well it performs. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you love makeup as much as I do, then you are in the right place. My name is Kara and I test out new products so you don't have to. Like I was saying, Makeup by Mario launched his first ever foundation that it launched on December 26th, and it is available on Makeup by Mario's website as well as Sephora and in stores in Sephora as well. So for today's video, we're gonna try the product out. We're gonna do a wear test. I am going to apply it a couple different ways. I'm going to apply it with a sponge. I'm gonna apply it with a brush. I'm going to apply it with my hands so we could see if there's any differences in applications and finishes. But the first thing we have to do is figure out which shade is going to be best. Before we get into the 2 shades to figure out which one I'm going to use, I do want to read the description of the product on Makeup by Mario's website. It says, Mario's foundation reveals skin's natural luminosity. Featuring moisture grip technology, the foundation hydrates the skin for 12 hours and glides on easily for customizable coverage. Layer it on or sheer it out. The buildable formula works harmoniously, I guess I said that right, with powders and creams to recreate Mario's signature techniques while staying true to its original color. It's available in 30 flexible shades. So there is a big shade range, which is great, especially for a first foundation. So here's the box the foundation's gonna come in. It's typical Makeup by Mario packaging, and on this side it has a little slot opening where you can see the foundation. So here is the foundation. It comes in a glass bottle. You get 1 ounce of product. It does feel very luxe. It does also come with a pump applicator. So like I said, you get 1 ounce of product. This does go for $42. There are 30 shades to choose from. It does have a 12-month shelf life, and it's made in the United States. So I did get 2 shades because I was not sure about the shade range. I mean, there is a good shade range, but the promo pictures compared to a swatch video that I've seen on Makeup by Mario's Instagram, they're very different. So the shades I got are 5N and 4C. So I'm gonna swatch them for you, but I'm gonna shake them up really good beforehand. So as I shake this up, I wanna read to you how he recommends how to apply the foundation. It says, apply Surreal Skin Foundation with the F4 brush for a seamless skin-like finish. Gradually build to achieve fuller coverage. For more natural coverage, apply with fingers. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll do one side with a brush, one side with a sponge, and then I'll do like my forehead with my fingers. And that's how I'm gonna leave it on throughout the day so we could see the difference in finishes and if the different application is gonna last differently throughout the day. So I shook it up pretty well. The first shade we're gonna show you is 4C. So this is 1 pump, and it gives you a good amount of product with 1 pump. And the consistency, it's not super thick and it's not super thin. And then here is 5N. And then rubbing them out, 4C kind of looks a little bit more yellow than 5N does, but we'll just have to see what it looks like on the actual skit. What I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna use 5N just because 4C is a little bit more yellow orange and I don't want my skin to look like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna just go with 5N and we'll just go from there. For my primer, I'm gonna use the Merceir Pure Canvas Primer. I want my primer to be moisturizing, so I'm gonna use that. So like I said, I'm going to use the shade 5N, which again is probably not going to be my shade at all. But the first I'm going to go into is I'm going to use the brush. I'm going to use the brush on this side. So with the brush, I like to just kind of dot it, which is what I'm going to do here. And I'm not doing my forehead because I'm going to use my fingers with that. You get 1 more dot. All right, and then we are going to so it is definitely glowy. It's not like super glowy or anything. Let me see if I can get a little closer for you. So here is what it's looking like. at the moment with the brush application. It actually doesn't look bad, brush application, but you could see it evens out the skin tone. It's definitely like a medium coverage. And you can see like on this side, I have a lot of redness on my face. Sorry, I keep looking into the monitor so I could see what I'm talking about. But I have a lot of redness like in my face. And as you can see, it definitely covered that up. And the one side, well, not my forehead, but the one side definitely is all now like one color. It's basically even, and like it's not blotchy or anything. So let's go on the other side with a sponge. So now with a sponge, I like to kind of go like this and then blend it with my sponge. So now this side with the sponge, it applied nicely. It does give a little bit lighter coverage, which is expected because the sponge is going to soak up some product. But I like the finish with the sponge side because it looks more natural. It doesn't look as heavy. Not saying that the foundation looks heavy, but it doesn't look as heavy. On the sponge side, it does look more natural. Like where this side looks like I do have some foundation on, which once it kind of dries down and settles, that would probably go away. But yeah, so with the sponge side, it does look nice. It did apply very nicely as well. So let's go into the forehead. We're just going to apply with the fingers. So I'm going to put just some on my finger here. And let me get a mirror so I'm not like looking away so I could see what I'm doing. And I will show you in natural light as well once everything is like said and done. Like once I get all this applied, I'll show you in natural light what it looks like. Now, I typically don't apply foundations with my fingers, but we're gonna give it a whirl. All right, so after applying with my fingers, it does look so much more natural on my forehead than it does on the rest of my face. So applying with your fingers is going to give you a more natural look, even though like the shade doesn't match me, it does look more natural. Let me get a little bit closer for you. So this is the brush side, and then the sponge side. And then this is with my fingers. Now let me go show you what it looks like in natural light. All right, so here we are in natural light. This was the brush side, and then the sponge side, and then fingers. It's not creasing up. It's not caking up around the nose or anything. Well, I think it looks pretty good. So it feels kind of lightweight, not like lightweight to the point where you can't feel it, but not overly heavy. So I can definitely feel like I have something on my skin, but it's not like overly heavy. And then it does have like a tacky kind of feel to it, and it's a very light tacky. So it's not like super tacky, but it does feel like it would transfer if it's not set. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're going to put other products over top of it. I'm going to show you guys that, but I'm gonna fast forward through that. So I'm going to put on blush and bronzer. I'm going to do cream product. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set one side of my face. So I'm going to put cream products all over. I'm going to set one side, but not the other side. And we're really going to test this out today. For my face products, I'm going to try and use all the Makeup by Mario products I can. So for my bronzer, I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick in the shade Light Medium. I actually don't have any Makeup by Mario cream blush products, which I'm actually pretty surprised about. I only have powder products. So for cream blush, I am going to use the Tarte Breezy Cream Blush in the shade Pink Sky. So like I had mentioned earlier, I'm gonna set one side of my face. I'm gonna use the Goss Weightless powder. I'm gonna set the side of my face that I use the brush application on. Alright, so all my makeup is on. I set this side of my face. I did not set this side of my face. This is what we are currently looking like. There's still a slight glow coming through on the side that I set, and I will show you in natural light at the end of this before we check in for the first check-in. I will show you in natural light what it looks like. I do want to show you, I left this on my hand for when I was using to apply it to see if it would oxidize, and it didn't. This is what it looks like at the moment. There's also a slight scent to it. The only way I can describe the way it smells is it smells like a foundation. It's not very strong, it's very slight, but you can smell it when it's on your hand. I can't smell it like while it's on my skin, but like putting my nose up to it, I can definitely smell it, but it smells like foundation. All right, so it is currently 11 o'clock in the morning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to check in with you in a few hours, and then I will check in with you at the end of the night. We'll see what we're looking like, and then I'll tell you my thoughts about the product. So I will see you guys in a little bit. So here's what we're looking like in natural light with all my makeup on. I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't look bad. This is the side that I set. This is the side that I didn't. You can clearly see the difference. You can see this side is more glowy where this side is not. This side's still a little glowy, just not as much as this side. But we're gonna see if this side transfers or just how each side performs. All right, so it is currently 3 o'clock. It's been about 4 hours since I applied the foundation, and so far the foundation is looking still pretty good. I do like how the fingers applied and the sponge. I mean, the brush still looks good, but I prefer the sponge and the fingers. So far for 4 hours, I think it looks good. I think it actually got better looking as the day went on. I will check in with you again at the end of the night, and I will tell you my thoughts about this foundation. All right, guys, it is 8 o'clock. It's officially been 9 hours. And here is what we are looking like. So the glow on the non-set side is still glowing. It still looks not bad. The side that I had set actually doesn't look bad either. This was the finger side, or not side, but where I rubbed in with my fingers. I did not set my forehead either. It looks pretty good from a distance. When you get up close, I am showing a little bit of lines, like my smile lines are starting to, show. There's like a line right here. It is kind of starting to break up where my chin would crease, but it's been 9 hours. I mean, it's been a long time. So let me kind of give you an up close view. So here are the lines I'm talking about around my mouth. They're here on my chin and on the other side. My overall thoughts on the foundation: I think it's a beautiful foundation. I think it's gonna look a lot better in the summertime when this matches my skin tone a little bit better. But overall, I love the finish, and I love the finish of it when it's not set compared to when it's set. I do like the finish of when it's set because your skin just looks so soft and smooth, and when it's not set, it also looks smooth, but it has like this glow. And I mean, he couldn't have done any better as a first foundation. This is a great product. It's definitely worth trying, especially for a big brand's first product. I absolutely recommend this. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will have everything linked down in the description box below. I will have the foundation. I'll have it linked to Makeup by Mario's website as well as Sephora, because you can get it on both. I will have both of those linked below, as well as everything else that I used on my face today. Again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again soon.